Greetings, everybody. Greetings to you. So it's Christmas Eve. I just left the bookstore right over here on Southeast 37th and Hawthorne. The guy's got an anti-Trump sticker, or not sticker, poster up in his door with Trump on one side and Hitler on the other. And I'm just trying to wrap my head around a lot of things. You know, I've had to challenge my own political beliefs, which generally run the gamut between being an outright anarchist or a libertarian and conservative, a conservative libertarian, if you will. But I have to challenge my own political beliefs because my own political beliefs would allow people like Bill Gates, Elon Musk, and everybody else to, without government, sit there and do things like buy up the entire world's fresh water supplies and hoard it to themselves. And, you know, I'm not on board with that. That's not okay. Buying everything and then no one else has fresh water to drink because somebody was capable of hogging it all to themselves. But I still have, basic conservative beliefs. You know, I believe in Jesus. I believe marriage is between a man and a woman. You know, a lot of you guys know, my dad gave his unit to chop. So I grew up fighting and stuff like that. I'm kind of surly. Not being funny about it, I am. I'm kind of a belligerent person. Or bellicose. And with good reason, you know. A lot of people like to flip you shit until you just decide you're not going to put up with it anymore. And then they have a change of heart, but never until. But I was thinking about the whole gay marriage thing, you know, way back when. You know, and I'm going to be completely honest. I don't dig on drag queens and stuff like that. Having drag queen story hour with kids, man. Completely out of bounds, man. No bueno. But, I mean, if someone's gay and they want to be married to somebody or spend their time with them, I'm not going to call it marriage, but, you know, who is the government to tell somebody that they can't chill out with somebody else that they like being with, you know? And I'm watching this whole thing on freedom. You know, my wife and her friends have really changed. My wife is watching right now. Wow. Hey, baby. Just thinking about all this stuff. If I was gay, I would want to be free, and a lot of conservative people like me pretend to support the Constitution. Which is where I really want to go with all of it. And they say that they do stuff like take an oath to the Constitution, defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic, but sit right there and are completely happy with negating your constitutional rights. You know, what is that? You know? Is that, man, my wife is just the best, man. Crazy about you. I look at the world that we're living in, man, and babe, I was just in a bookstore looking for books for you, and I was talking with the guys. I like living in a place where people challenge the ideas that I have, and there's a lot of people on the wokester left that like to shut down discourse between competing ideas, and I mean, I've said it a gazillion times, the truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend the lion. You don't have to defend the truth either. You just set the lion free and it'll defend itself, and the truth is the same thing. You know, if something's a good idea, it will bear itself out. And I think that the Constitution, even though I don't like government all that much, is a pretty good idea because it basically allows for most of the people, including the individual, to be protected from the majority. And I think that that's a good idea because principles ought to persevere at the end of the day and not flimp at will, including my own. So, you know, this Christmas Eve, I hope that we collectively can sit there and revalidate and reaffirm the value of having a constitution and the value of individual rights and the value of free speech, particularly when we don't like what's being said. You know, says I got a slow connection. I'm going to button this up. Babe, I love you. I will see you as soon as, in just a little bit, in about a half hour. Bye.